Okay, we're back with Channing Bridges, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Royal Aloha Vacation Club. So Channing, just for our viewers who are not familiar with timeshares, can you just kind of give us a brief explanation of what timeshares are?
Sure, I'd be happy to. I think a lot of people, there's a misconception about timeshare. And people like the idea of having a vacation experience for a week out of the year, but they really don't understand the three different types of timeshare. So let me see if I can cover those quickly. A typical timeshare, or the original type of timeshare that was available, was called a deeded week, where you actually received a deed, a real estate deed, with your purchase. Now, typically, a deeded purchase would limit you to 1 calendar week out of each year in a specific unit at a specific destination. And you would go to that same destination and stay in that same unit year after year after year.
Specific time too?
Specific time.
Okay.
So what they would do is it would either be the first calendar week of the year, or it could be the 52nd calendar week of the year, or anything in between. But you're purchasing a specific week.
Okay.
So that's a deeded week. And that was fairly common back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
A newer concept, which is a non-deeded way to buy timeshare, is a points program. And what people do is they pre-purchase a set amount of points. So let's say it's 10,000 points that you purchase in advance. And you can take that 10,000 points and travel all over the world to whatever resort is related with that points program, and you can apply your 10,000 points to stay wherever you want. Now, in some cases, some resorts may be 8,000 points for a week, and some locations may be 15,000 points for a week. So you may have to purchase more points to stay in a certain place, or you may stay in a place that doesn't cost as many points as you have, and you may have a surplus left over. Typically what happens in a points program, and the downfall to a points program, is that every few years or so, the club may increase the price of the points as their costs go up. And when that happens, members have to dig into their pocket and buy more points.
Okay.
So that would be the downfall. The third way to buy timeshare, and the way that Royal Aloha operates, is we're a right to use. And most right-to-use programs have a time limit on them. So let's say that you join a club that's right-to-use, and it's a 20-year club or a 25-year club. In some cases, you may even get a 30-year club. Well, Royal Aloha Vacation Club is a perpetual club. So once you join Royal Aloha, you're a member for life. You can use your week of vacation time any time of year. You're not locked into a specific time period or a specific destination. You can travel to any of our 9 resort destinations any time of year. The only restriction is that it's based on availability.
Okay.
We allow our members to make their reservations for our Hawaii resorts up to 2 years in advance, and a year in advance for all of our other resorts. So for people that are living in Canada or in the colder areas of the Midwest, they typically like to come to Hawaii during the winter season. Most people will make their reservations as far in advance as possible to make sure that they get the week that they want. For our local members, our Kama'aina members that belong to Royal Aloha, they tend to use their memberships for outbound travel. So going to Lake Tahoe to go skiing, or going to Las Vegas, or Phoenix in the spring or the fall to play golf. So it works very well for the Kama'aina.
Okay. So this deeded week, is that the ones, I guess for people who are familiar with timeshares, deeded week, those are the programs that are still currently being run, those for like $25,000 like you mentioned? Or is
Well, both the deeded and the points programs are currently being offered in Hawaii. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of right-to-use programs that are being offered. We're more of the minority.
Oh, wow. So, okay, this perpetual, can you then pass this on to your heirs, or?
Yes, you can.
Oh, wow.
Yes, our members have the right to pass their memberships on to their friends or family members anytime they choose. There's a small transfer fee involved, but anytime that they feel that they don't want to use their club membership anymore, they can just pass it on. Another advantage is if members don't have time to take a vacation this year, they can bank their time, or they can accumulate their time up to 3 years at a time.
Wow.
So if they don't want to take a vacation every year, they could accumulate their time for up to 3 years and take a 3-week-long vacation, or take more than one week vacation per year. And let's say you're a member and you don't have time to take a vacation, you can have your family members or your friends use your vacation time too, and there's no additional cost to that.
Oh, that's cool.
And it needs to be 1 week. It can't be 3 days for this year and 4 days next year.
You can't, unfortunately, you can't split up the week. Our arrival departure patterns are Monday to Monday. So arrival day is always on Monday, departure day is always on Monday. Now we do get people that, especially at Lake Tahoe, that will come in on a Thursday and they'll leave on a Sunday. but they do get charged the entire week.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, it just probably makes it easier for figuring out the scheduling.
Well, it helps to keep our costs down. You know, we operate with very low overhead, so our housekeepers don't work like in a typical hotel. You'd have housekeeping every day.
I see.
Our housekeepers really only work for the arrival and departure cleans,
Oh.
and then they work 1 day a week for a midweek refresh.
Makes sense.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break right here.